இல்ல 3 காமிக்குது. Hello, 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 hello. I think we are on. Oh, sorry guys, I think we did some troubleshooting. We are at least 7-8 minutes delayed. I hope you can see me clearly. I hope you can receive the audio now. I'm really sorry for this. It's embarrassing. Please hang with me here. I just want to still get some feedback on whether this is working fine. Hopefully you'll hear the audio. I know plenty of you must be commenting saying audio is not working. Till when we tested this about 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes before the session started, the audio worked fine. I hope, oh yes, I'm finally getting comments that audio is working. Thank God for that. This is beginning to get scary. So now I think we are on. You should be able to hear me as well and not just see me blabbering away. Hopefully this will continue. I'm able to see comments saying this is fine. I hope you had to bear the sight of me speaking on the phone and trying to fix up hardware at the same time. Really sorry about this. Couldn't get out of it. Somewhere for some reason the audio didn't work. I thought the mic was not working. The mic was working. One of our software things was there was an issue. So sorry about this. Fine. So I think I put a display screen incorrectly because my audio suddenly conked off. So I'm sorry about that as well. We have a wonderful offer running over this weekend for 5,000 rupees off on our green course for CAT. It's a fabulous course. Please do check that out. Do share your thoughts and give us feedback on the course if you have any. Do take that course and learn from that. Fine. Many thanks for being patient with us. And sorry for this the tech goof up. Hopefully this will be completely fine and we will be able to power through from here and have some fun at the end of the day. I'm going to shift to display capture and solve 3 wonderful sets from DILR. Fine. So wonderful. Let's go here. Get this. Wonderful. This is a code on supermarket from CAT 2019. Good question. Not impossibly tough, but not easy either. I'm going to give you about a minute and a half to read this. Meanwhile, I'm just going to check to know whether the screen capture part has worked on my group. And if both are signed off, then we can start doing this. I've got a few reassuring messages as well saying things are fine. Many thanks for that. It does help. Fine. So I'm hoping that things are fine. Please do read this. I'm going to give you about 2 minutes and collect some feedback, and then I'll jump in and start solving this. Fine. Wonderful guys. I think things are fine. I think there's some WhatsApp audio ping that is on. I'm going to shut that down later on. My speaker is gone. My WhatsApp notification is gone. It's some other sound that's coming on the background. Wonderful. I've got the feedback that I wanted to get. Now I'm going to jump in and start pinging on this. So if there is any thought, hang on to that and then tell me the next break. If you have any doubts, queries, please post them as well. We will try to handle those as well. Please as many as possible. Okay. A supermarket has 12 items coded A to L. Oops. In shelves numbered from 1 to 16. 5 of these items are types of biscuits, 3 are types of candies, and the rest are types of savories. There are 5 biscuits, 3 candies, and the rest are savories. So 5 and 3, that means the rest is 4. 5 plus 3 is 8, 8 plus 4 is 12. So 4 savories. Fine. So biscuits there are 5, candies there are 3, savories there are 4. Only one item can be kept on a shelf. Thank God for that. Items are to be placed such that all items of same type are clustered together. So there's going to be a group of 5 with no empty shelf between items of the same type. Group of 5, group of 3, group of 4 in some order. That means 4 of the shelves will be empty. Fine. At least one empty shelf between 2 different types of items. Fine. There are 16 in a row. So there'll be at least 2 gaps. Assuming the first one starts at even row 1, there'll be a 1 gap between the first cluster and the second, then one between second and third. There'll be at least 2 gaps. There could be as many as 4 gaps. Fine. Why am I saying that? Because we don't need to start with row number 1. We don't need to end at row number 16. Shelf number 16. Fine. At most 2 empty shelves can have consecutive numbers. You cannot have 3 in a row being empty. Fine. The following additional facts are known. A and B are to be placed in consecutively numbered shelves in ascending order. So A and then B. I and J are to be placed in consecutively numbered shelves, both higher numbered than the shelves in which A and B are kept. Wonderful. D, E, F are savories and are to be placed in consecutively numbered shelves in increasing order after all the biscuits and candies. Wonderful. So savories have the largest numbers, shelf numbers. K is to be placed on shelf number 16. Okay, so K has to be a savory. Fine. Wonderful. So this is a brilliant giveaway. K is in shelf number 16. 16, 15, 14, 13 have been handed to us on a platter, and 12 is empty. L and J are items of the same type, while H is an item of the same type, and L is also the same type. So I, J to be of the same type, while H is an item of a different type. Wonderful. Right. C is a candy and is to be placed in a shelf preceded by 2 empty shelves. Right. L is to be placed in a shelf preceded by exactly 1 empty shelf. Wonderful. I think we're getting somewhere here. And let's chart this down. L is to be placed in a shelf preceded by exactly 1 empty shelf. C is to be preceded by 2 empty shelves. First of all, L is not equal to C. And the easy inferences here, L and C are different items. One biscuit, candy, savory, there could be different. D, E, F, K are savories. And C is a candy, so well, L is a biscuit. And so this has got to be K. These 3 have to be D, E, F. In that order, D, E, F in consecutively numbered shelves in increasing order after all the biscuits and candies. Super. This is empty. We made all of these inferences. 4 empty rows. 12 is definitely empty. Right? Let's build on this. And 4 savories, D, E, F, K. F, K is on 16. D, E, F. The savories are all beyond candies and biscuits. So they should be higher than all of these. So D, E, F are given. K is at 16. D, E, F, K savories. Done. And so the other inference we drew, I and J are the same type. L and J are the same type. L is to be placed in a shelf preceded by exactly 1 empty shelf. Whereas C is to be placed in a shelf preceded by 2 empty shelves. So L is a starting point of one of these. C is a starting point of the other between candy and biscuits. So C is part of the candy list. L is part of the biscuit list. L and J are of the same type, while H is an item of a different type. So H has to be here. I, J, L are biscuits. C and H are candy. Brilliant. D, E, F, K are savories. So far so good. We've got 4 of these perfectly done in their slots. We know 1 empty shelf. We know I, J, L are all biscuits and C and H are both candies. So far so good. Now we know A and B have to be together. And A and B are to be placed in consecutively numbered shelves in increasing order. And so A and B, so I, J, L are together, C, H are together. This is biscuit, this is candies. There are 5 biscuits and 3 candies. This tells us that A and B cannot be here, they have to be here. Or we have I, J, L, A, B are all biscuits and C, H and the remaining D, E, F, K are savories. Let's find the missing letter. We have accounted for A, B, C, D, E, F. G is missing. We have H, I, J, K, L. Wonderful. So G is missing. So G has to be a candy. So far so good. Now L is a starting point for biscuits. C is the starting point for candies. Why? Just immediately before L, there's one empty shelf. Immediately before C, there are two empty shelves. And now let's see if we can figure out the exact order also. And so A and B are to be placed in consecutively numbered shelves in increasing order. I and J are to be placed in consecutively numbered shelves. Hello guys, we've just changed this. Hopefully this should be fine. I hope you're able to see me clearly. I hope our streaming is now fine. I hope we are live, the rest of it. I'm going to continue with this. Let me just go and put display capture, then go to this point. Fine, so I'm going to pretend that none of this ever happened. Pick myself up and then jump in. We still have 2 more sets to go. We're going to have a good session still and enjoy ourselves solving the remaining 2. None of this is going to deter us from enjoying solving 2 lovely DILR sets, and not forgetting this one either. How many different ways can the items be arranged on the shelves? Now there are 2 sequences for the groups of biscuits and groups of candies. And so candy could be here or candy could be here. LABJI could be here or from here. That is 2. The biscuits could be as LABIJ or LABJI. That is 2. The candies could be CHG or CGH. That is 2. So 2 into 2 into 2, 8 possibilities totally. And so 2 ways of figuring out between CHG and CGH, 2 ways for LABIJ and LABJI, and 2 locations in which biscuits and candies can be kept. So 8 combinations totally. Right? Which of the following is not a type of biscuit? LABJI are all biscuit. LAB are present. G is not a biscuit. That is an easy answer once you've got this far. Which of the following can represent the numbers of empty shelves in a possible arrangement? 12 is empty. If 9, 10, 11 were CGH, 7 and 8 would be empty. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 1 would be empty. So we could have 1, 7, 8, 12. Or 12 is empty. 11, 10, 9, 8, 7 could be LABJI. 6 could be empty. 12, 6. And then these 3 will be CHG, 1 and 2. 1, 7, 8, 12 or 1, 2, 6, 12. We have a 1, 2, 6, 12 available here. That is the right answer. Which of the following statements is necessarily true? There are 2 empty shelves between biscuits and candies. Not necessary. These 3 could be candies. These 3 could be candies. CHG could be like this. In which case these 2 are empty. 1 empty shelf, LABJI. That's possible. So this need not be true. All candies are kept before biscuits. Not required. This could be CHG. Need not be true. All biscuits are kept before candies. Not required. We have tried this. There are at least 4 shelves between items B and C. It's true. If candies come after biscuits, then LABIJ are 2 shelves. And then 2 empty shelves before C comes. There are 4 shelves. If candies come before biscuits, then after C there are H and G. Then there is an empty shelf. Then there is L and A. There will be 5 shelves till B. So there are at least 4 shelves between B and C. That is true. Whether candies come first and then biscuits, or biscuits come first and then candies, either way there will be at least 4 shelves between items B and C. Right. Wonderful guys. Lovely set. I'm really sorry for the tech glitches. Let us power through. So assume that one set in your CAT exam has not gone your way. You've got stuck in this. Now you have to fight back and make the others count. So let's put this behind us and jump in and solve this. It's a lovely set. More challenging than even the first one. Go through this for about a couple of minutes. As ever, I'll ping to see whether things are fine, and then we'll jump in for this. Hello guys, I think so far so good. We are doing fine. I think the video is doing fine. We were trying we were on trying the new software tech with some parallel streaming and all that. Because none of that something went wrong somewhere, and because that happened, we're having to rejig this. Fine. So any which way, we will power ahead. Read this one. I'm going to give you about a minute more, and apparently some sound keeps coming. I've switched off everything. Maybe some desktop sound that's getting picked up from somewhere. Ignore that. I didn't think anything was on. I've shut down the speaker sound, put on mute, but hey, I'm not a tech expert. I must have missed something. Fine. So let's show this one. Archery. Tanzi, Umeza, Wangdu, Zyla, Yonita, and Zeneca. TUW, X, Y, and Z. They missed V. But at least I'm glad. Sometimes they give names like Anand, Abhijit, Abhishek, and I go mad with this. Why couldn't you pick different letters and make my life simpler? This is TUW, X, Y, Z. Competed in an archery tournament. The tournament had 3 compulsory rounds. Lovely. 1 to 3. In each round, every player shot an arrow at a target. Understandable. It's an archery competition. Hitting the center of the target, called bullseye, fetched the highest score of 5. Lovely. The only other possible scores that a player could achieve were 4, 3, 2, 1. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. No 0. And this is bullseye. Every bullseye score in the first 3 rounds gave a player 1 additional chance to shoot in the bonus rounds, round 4 to 6. If all 3 were bullseye, you'll get 3 more chances, getting a total of 30. The possible scores in rounds 4 to 6 were identical to the first 3. I made that assumption. A player's total score in the tournament was the sum of his or her scores in all rounds played by him or her. The table below presents partial information on points scored by the players after completion of the tournament. In the table, NP means that the player did not participate in that round, while a hyphen means that the player participated in that round and the score information is missing. Brilliant. So take this table in. We'll jump in. So spend some time looking at the table. And so gather some information. Usually I found this. Fine. So spending a lot more time getting patterns and getting the layout of the puzzle right is very useful. So don't cringe. Don't be cramped for time in this space. And so 6 rounds. Tanzi had 2 NPs. She hit a 5 here. So one of these 2 is a 5. The other is not a 5. And so Tanzi has got 1 bullseye. Umeza has got 2 bullseyes. Wangdu has got 0 bullseye. The famous Wangdu. Zyla. This is available. Zyla has got 3 bullseyes, or all 3 are 5. Brilliant. X is on fire. Yonita has got only 1 bullseye. Zeneca has got 2 bullseyes. And remember, these number of bullseyes are all in the first 3 rounds. I'm not counting these bullseyes. Brilliant. So let's go to the constraints. Tanzi, Umeza, and Yonita, T, U, and Y had the same total score. Tanzi, Umeza, Yonita, same total score. Total scores of all players except one were in multiples of 3. Very interesting. All the players, the scores were in multiples of 3. Right? Brilliant. The highest total score was 1 more than double of the lowest total score. Lowest, 2L plus 1 is the highest. 2 times lowest plus 1 is the highest. Highest is an odd number. Not rocket science. 2L plus 1 is the highest, so it's odd number. The number of players hitting bullseye in round 2 was a double of that in round 3. And round 3 has at least 1 bullseye because it's already a bullseye. We know that. Round 2 could have had 2, or round 3 could have 2, round 2 could have 4. Round 3, having 3, round 2 would have had to have 6. That's not possible. So either 1 and 2 or 2 and 4. The number of bullseyes in round 2 and round 3. Right? So far so good. Now last one. Tanzi and Zeneca had the same score in round 1 but different scores in round 3. This were Z. This would also be Z. But these 2 are different. Brilliant. Now I think a good place to think about this, the highest score is likely to have been scored by Zyla. Why? Because Zyla has had 3 bullseyes in the first, and then she hit one more in the bonus round. So Zyla is at 21 plus something, minimum 22. Now Tansy had only 4 rounds, so she could have scored the highest. Umeza has had only 5 rounds, but these two add up to only 3. So even if they're 5, 5, 4, 10, 14, 14 plus 3, 17, it's not Umeza. Wangdu has had only 3 rounds. Zyla could have got 22 plus, something more than 22. Yonita has had only 4 rounds. Zeneka has had 5 rounds. She could have scored, these two are 2 or 5s, 20. So she could have scored up to 24. So Zeneka could be highest. So either Zyla or Zeneka could be the highest. Fine. So Zyla has scored 22 plus, fine, but it could be 23 or 25. It cannot be 27. The highest cannot be more than 25. It has to be an odd number. It is more than 21 because Zyla has already got 21. It's either 23 or 25. And very simple. So the highest is either 23 or 25. Because Zyla has already got 21. Highest is an odd number. It could be 23, 25. It cannot be 27 because even Zyla cannot reach 27. Zeneka cannot reach 27. So the highest is this. 2 times lowest plus 1 is highest. So the highest were 23. Then lowest would be 11. If highest were 25, lowest would be 12. So the lowest and highest are either 11 and 23 or 12 and 25. Now, if you can narrow this down, that will be brilliant. 11 and 23 or 12 and 25. Now think about this. This condition is a wonderful condition. The second one. Total score for all players except one were in multiples of 3. 23 and 25 are both not multiples of 3. That means everything else has to be a multiple of 3. For 23 and 11, this is also not a multiple of 3. That is not possible. Or the highest is 25, lowest is 12. Highest is 25, lowest is 12. Zyla could have got 25. Zeneka could not have got 25. Because if these two were 5, all 3 would have to be 5 for it to be 25. That's not possible. Because if they took all 3 as 5, then this would have had to have a score. It would not have been not participated. So the highest is Zyla with 25. So 5, 5, 5, 5, 21. It has to be 4. Total adding up to 25. So this is 4. This is 25. Brilliant. So we've got this far. Right. So now let's think about this. There is 5, 3 dash dash for Unita, dash 4 dash 5 for Tansy. Both of these totals add up to the same number. And that's a multiple of 3. Tansy has 1 5 out of these two. 5 plus 4, 9, 9 plus 5, 14. Tansy's score is 14 plus x. It could be 14 plus 1 or 14 plus 4. Both of these are multiples of 3. 15 or 18. Right? Umeza, we have 3 blanks. We'll worry about her later on. Yonita has a 5 plus 3, 8. It's definitely one more 5 here. Either here or here. Right? So 5 plus 5, 10 plus 3, 13. So Yonita has got 13 plus dash. It could be 13 plus 2, 15. Or 13 plus 5, 18. Hey, wait a minute, it cannot be 5. It has to be 13 plus 2, 15. That is brilliant. Because if Yonita has to be only 15, we can say Yonita has got a total of 15. Umeza has got a total of 15. Tansy has got a total of 15. All 3 totals have to be 15. Right? So Tansy is adding up to 9. There should be a 5 and 1 remaining. Umeza has 2 5s with round 4 and round 5 she has played. 5 plus 5, 10. 10 plus 1, 11 plus 2, 13. The third one is a 2. Jonita has 1 5 sitting here. 5 plus 5, 10 plus 3, 13. And then a 2. Brilliant. So we know Tanzi's missing scores are 5 and 1. Umeza's missing scores are 5, 5 and 2. Why Jonita's missing scores are 5 and 2. TUY all have totals of 15. The minimum total is 12, which should have been Wangdu. That means this is 4. This is 4. Wonderful. Right, so now let's come to this condition, which is the highest. The number of players hitting bullseye in round 2 was double that in round 3. Let's focus on that. Right, so the number here is number in round 2 is double of this. If this were 1, this would be 2. If this were 2, this would be 4. 1 and 2 seems unlikely. Let's see if we can eliminate that. How do we eliminate that? Let's assume round 3 has only one 5. Right, so that means this is not 5. That means it should be 5, this should be 5, this should be 2. This is not 5, this should be 5. Wonderful. This is not 5, these two should be 5. Wonderful. That means if this has only one 5, this should have only 2 5s, but there are already 3 5s. So 1 and 2 is impossible. Assuming that round 3 had only one 5, if you assume that, then round 2 should have had at least 3 5s. Not possible. Or this tells us that round 3 has 2 5s and round 2 has 4 5s. Round 2 has 4 5s. That's a big giveaway. Round 2 has 4 5s. That means all of these should be 5s because there are already 2 4s sitting there. Brilliant. The round 3 has 2 5s and round 2 has 4 5s. 4 bullseyes. 4 bullseyes and 2 bullseyes. Brilliant. Now let's dig a little deeper. We know that round 3 has 2 5s with it. Right? So this tells us that there's going to be one more 5. That one more 5 could be here, here, or here. Let's say the one more 5 is with Zeneca. Right? So this is 5, 5, 5, and something here. That means Umeza could not have had a 5 here. That will be here. Tanzi could not have had a 5 here. So this should be a 5. But if this were a 5, this will also be a 5. In which case all 3 would be 5s. That is not possible. So Zeneca could not have been a 5. That means these two are 5. So she needs 2 5s. This is 5. This is 5. That means this cannot be a 5. If this is not a 5, then this has to be a 5. Because there has to be a second 5 sitting there somewhere. Or Umeza should have a 5 in round 3. Tanzi and Zeneca should not have a 5 in round 3. So this is a 5. This is not a 5. So this is a 5. This is a 5. 5, 4, 5. These 3 add up to 14. This should be 1. 2, 5, 5, 4, 4, 4, 5, 5, 5, 2, 5, 3, 5, 5, 5, 5. 4 5s are there already. And then the total should be a multiple of 3. So this could be 1 or 4. It could be 21 or 24. All our conditions seem to appear to be satisfied. Tanzi, Umeza, and Yonita have got the same score, 15. Total score for all players except one were in multiples of 3. The highest is 25. The rest are multiples of 3. Highest score was one more than double of the lowest score, 12 and 25. Good. The number of players hitting bullseye in round 2 was 4. Twice that of in round 3, 2. This is working. 2 here, 4 here. Tanzi and Zeneca had the same score in round 1. But different scores in round 3. Oh, different scores in round 3. So we can eliminate this one. It has got to be only 4. Now we got a complete grid with all the numbers thrown in. So Tanzi scored 5, 4, 1, 5. And then 2 more, no rounds. 2, 5, 5, 1, 2 for Umeza. 4, 4, 4 and nothing else for Wangdu. 5, 5, 5, 1, 5, 4 for Zyla. 2, 5, 3, 5 for Yonita. 5, 5, 4, 5, 5 for Zeneca. Fine. Very nice. Very interesting. So we've got everything. Now let's jump and answer the question. What is the highest score? Highest score was 25. This is one of the first things that we cracked. So that is easy. What was Zeneca's total score? Not 21, 24. This is also easy. You've done the whole thing, so we know the answer now. Which of the following statements is true? Zeneca's score was 23. No. Zeneca was the highest scorer. No. That was Zyla. Zyla was the highest scorer. That is true. Zyla's score was 23. That is wrong. Zyla scored 25. Brilliant. What was Tanzi's score in round 3? Tanzi in round 3. That is 1. Done. Fine. So wonderful, wonderful puzzle. I think the solution appears easy. It took me a long time to solve this because in LR, usually we find some method of going through the constraints. And after you have cracked it, we outline the solution in the best way possible. So it's really unfair. So I might have looked at constraint number 1, then 7, then 11, then 14, and then narrowed it down. But when I'm presenting it, I'm going to present it as if I got everything in that sequence when I tried it for the first time. It's really unfair. But hey, you all know that we're trying to discuss this, not say this is the best method which I hit upon in 20 seconds. So I struggled long and hard for this, and I got one thing majorly wrong. So like a Sudoku puzzle that was incorrect, I completely filled the grid, and when I fixed the last thing in, I got wrong. So I had to work all over again to fix it. So it's worthwhile saying this one is also tough, and hang in there and don't rush your answer. Something doesn't fall in place. We've had two interesting ones. This one is fairly simple. Give it a go. Once again, I'm waiting for some input from people saying, hey, this is fine. This is a lovely set. And I looked at this set. I think I solved this in the exam. Been such a long time that I don't remember very clearly. If I'd be screaming at myself if I didn't try this, because some of the answers just jump out for this one. The sitter of a set. And so the following table represents the addition of two 6-digit numbers given in the first and second rows, while the sum was given in the third row. In the representation, each of the digits 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 has been coded with one letter among A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, J, K. No I going till K, with distinct letters representing distinct digits. Anytime you have two 6-digit numbers adding up to a 7-digit number, it makes our life super easy. But the first digit of the 7-digit number has to be 1. Think about it. You're adding even 9999 with 9999. It's got to be 1 something. 10,000 plus 10,000 is 20,000. If you're adding two 3-digit numbers to get a 4-digit number, 4-digit number has to start with 1. Two 4-digit numbers to get a 5-digit number, 5-digit number has to start with 1. Very simple rule. Or A is 1. So this is 1, 1, this is 1, this is 1. Slew of ones. And so that makes life simple, delicious, easy. This is 1. So wonderful. So 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. F plus F is 1. F 0, 0, 0 works. 1, 1, 2, 2, 2, 4, 3, 3, 6, 4, 4, 8, 5, 5, 0, 6, 6, 2, 7, 7, 4. None of that works. Or we've got F also. We've just got two letters. But hey, think about this. We've got a giant portion of this grid completely filled, because there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 A's and 1, 2, 3, 4 F's. So 6-digit, 7-digit, there are 19, of which we've got 10. We're more than halfway through just cracking 2 letters, and those 2 just screamed at us. And so there's one more here. This should also be 0. 1 plus 0 gives us something. It cannot be the same. They stand for distinct digits. So there's got to be 1 carried over here. This is 2. Wonderful. This is as easy as it gets. And so now A is 1, J is something, G is something. H plus H is an even number. So if it had been a carryover, it would have become odd. So there's no carryover. So H plus H is not having a carryover. H plus H ends in 0, or H plus H should have been 10. We have 5 plus 5, 10, 0, and a 1 carried over. And so 1 plus 1, 2, 2 plus something should give us 1 with 1 carried over. So this number This is 9. We are practically through. A is 1, F is 0, H is 5, B is 9, C is 2. What is G plus K equal to? There's a 1 here. G plus K should be 11. Right, so it is 11. It could be 2 and 9, 3 and 8, 4 and 7, 5 and 6. All 4 are possible right now, but maybe we can eliminate some straight away. C is 2, so G and K cannot be 2. H is 5, so G and K cannot be 5. So can we eliminate 3, 8, 4, 7 also? I'm not able to find a 3, 8 and a 4, 7. And so I'm just going step by step. This got filled everything out. This is 9, 5, 5, 1J. Everything is good so far. So G plus K is 11. So there'll be 1 carried over. 1 plus 1 is 2. 1 plus J is G. We know that G and K are 3, 8 and 4, 7. 2, 9 and 5, 6 have been ruled out already. 3, 8 and 4, 7. So this could be 3. This could be 8. Or it could be 8 and 3. 4, 7, 7, 4. If G were 3, then J would have to be 2. Hang on, wait a second. J cannot be 2 because C is already 2. So this possibility is ruled out. If G were 8, suppose we say G is 8, then we can say K is 3, and we can say J is 7. Nothing is wrong here. 8, 3, 7 works. G could be 4, in which case K would be 7, and J would be 3. This is also fine. And then no other letter that is 7 or 3. Or G could be 7, which case K would be 4, J would be 6. 6 is also not taken by anything. We have so far only nailed 0, 1, 2, 5, 9. So the numbers that are remaining are 6, 7, 8, 3, 4. So 8, 3, 7 is possible. 4, 7, 3 is possible. 7, 4, 6 is possible. What was not possible was 3, 8, 2. So that we have eliminated. So all 3 are possible now. Brilliant. So this is not possible. 4, 3, 7 is possible. 8, 7, 3 is possible. 7, 6, 4 is possible. And we've got most of this. And we've got a couple of 3 combinations for GKJ. Let's go and answer this question. Which register the letter A represent? A is 1. We've done this. First thing that we inferred. What does B represent? B is 9. Only then the carryover idea works. Again, a very easy question. 3, 4, 6, 7 cannot be represented by the letter D. And so remember, we've got A is 1, F is 0, B is 9, C is 2. And so we've got these 4, 1, 0, 9, 2. Fine. And we've got H is 5. G, K, J is saying this could be 4, 7, 3, or it could be 8, 3, 7, or it could be 7, 4, 6. Wonderful. Which among the digits 3, 4, 6 and 7 cannot be represented by the letter D? Right, so think about this. In all of these sequences, here, here and here, what features for sure? That means GKJ has to be one of those 3. The other letter D cannot be that number. 7 sits here, here and here. Or 7 is not equal to D. D cannot be 7. D could be 3, in which case GKJ could be this. D could be 4, in which case GKJ could be this. D could be 6, in which case GKJ could be this or this. But D cannot be 7. One of G, K or J has to be 7. or the answer is 7. Which among the following digits 4, 6, 7, 8 cannot be represented by the letter G? We had 4 and 7, 7, 4. We had 3, 8, 8, 3. 6 is not even possible. If this were 6, this has to be 5. H is 5. So K cannot be 5. G cannot be 6. 6 is the answer. G cannot be 6. So 6, it is not possible for it to be 6. Right? Wonderful. So far so good. So we've covered this entire syllabus. Now I'm going to go back to my Streamlabs software. I hope things were kinda alright. I'm going to remove display capture, change this video capture, then go back to YouTube. Apologize once again for things not panning out the way they could have panned out. So we've got at least the remaining 2 sessions were damn neat, were wonderful. The first 2 left something to be desired. That's the first one left something to be desired. I'm going to blame the technology for it. I'm not going to take any of the blame myself. Sorry about this. We could have checked this. First, we had the audio feed that just went awry. I don't know how that happened, but it did happen. After this, we had our the software doing some glitch, the internet feed disappearing. All that happened in the first set. I'm really sorry about that. But hopefully the second and third were good. The last set was a sitter. So you should have absolutely have definitely nailed the last one for sure. And the first 2 were also doable, not that difficult, but challenging nevertheless. The middle one I thought was the most challenging. The first one was easier. Once again, when you're doing DILR in a program session, remember that I've already done this. I spent a lot of time cracking it, and I'm trying to sequence it post facto. So I'm not showcasing all the struggles I had. And so I'm picking this constraint and then saying, okay, this is the best place to go after this. This is the best place to go after this. It is not necessarily the fact that I went about it like that when I was trying to solve. Which is why very often it's very important to keep that in mind when you're doing DILR, because you can be intimidated to within an inch of your life. You see somebody else solving DILR, obviously it'll look like that person can solve 8 of these sets in DILR and CAT in 50 minutes and take some rest at the end of it. Not going to happen. Nobody is such a big genius. There are some guys who are really, really good, but nobody is going to solve in the exam these puzzles in the context at the speed at which they are now describing it. And in many ways, I've tried to show the format so that you can fill that template and go up and down about it. I've also tried to showcase if there are some mistake that we generally end up making, try to capture that. Fine, so that's not going to, so keep that in mind. It's not going to be the case that DILR is as easy for the guys who get it as the showcasing of the solution looks like. And so let me just see if I can answer some questions. How many sets to solve every day? 2 good quality ones and you're good to go. So 2 good quality ones. Remember that. The best quality ones, the ones that came in CAT 2019, 18, 17. So there are 8 plus 8, 16 into 3, 48 extraordinarily good quality DILR sets, which are perfectly representative of what you can find in CAT. So you should start your preparation by saying, I'm going to do a bunch of these and then see if you can work from there. The DILR course that we have at 2IM is also fantastic. So please do check that out when you get the time. Wonderful. I'm just going to scroll through our YouTube feed, see if there's some questions. In the first set, how did we differentiate between L and C? C has 2 empty spaces before it. L has only 1. So they both cannot be candies or both cannot be biscuits. C is a candy, so L should have been a biscuit. Can you please tell me what we are doing? We're trying to solve DILR sessions. I thought I've seen this question previously as well from CAT. And so I'm not able to go further. How many sets should be attempted on CAT if the aim is 99 plus percentile? Based on the last 2-3 CAT's 16 sets all correct is definitely 99 Definitely 99. 16 questions, not set. 16 questions all correct. 4 sets completely correct is 99. 99 with something to spare. And so 5 and all correct is 99.5 plus. After that, it is really tough. 6 and you're flirting with 99.85, 99.9, that level. For 99 percentile, 16 questions all correct. How to draw tables repeatedly for assignment of values of second question. Yeah, I really struggle with that. I would have struggled with that even in the exam context as well, because a large table, putting in numbers, sometimes you'll have to pause and say, okay, I'm not going to fill every combination. I'm just going to imagine some to see whether it is consistent, because if you fill everything in, you can't erase. You have to start all over again. You have to draw another table to make it look decent. That is a pain in the neck, even with pen and paper. So you'll have to say, okay, maybe this is 4, that is 3, that is 5. Does it work? It doesn't. So I'll leave this possibility. Where to get extra quality sets? The 2IIM DILR course is fantabulous. Try it out. The CAT 2017, 18, 19 papers have detailed video solutions on the 2IIM website. Absolutely fabulous solutions. Do check those out. Any mantra to structure the data properly? Old-fashioned, relentless practice, lots of trials. Should be good. How many minimum sets are solvable in the D? 2 are definitely solvable. 2 will definitely be solvable. If you're prepared and you have some basic idea, 2 are definitely solvable. Generally 2 all correct and you're clearing session cutoff of 80th percentile. 3 all correct, you're looking at 93, 94. So you should say 2 all correct, I'll definitely try to get. 3 I'll hope for. 4, you're a rock star. Right. I've completed a drill level. Next I'll be going forward with CAT level. What should I do? CAT level you do, and you start shifting to mocks, and you finish 2017, 18, 19, you're good. Don't worry about data sufficiency too much. Yeah, many thanks for your feedback, Nanya. Even I enjoyed solving. I think a couple of times I blanked out because I was not I was not seen, but I didn't know I was not seen. So I was having a good time solving them. Daily schedule, ping us. It's there. Wonderful schedule Bharat has and Subhash has. They can send it to you. Obviously, you tailor your daily schedule based on that. But a wonderful framework for daily schedule is available. We can ping us on YouTube or drop us an email. We'll send you a reply. CAT 17 sets are yet to be uploaded on course. They've already been solved. They're already available. Please check it out, my friend Lokesh Tripathi. Inside the course, they're available. Please check it out. They're available on the question bank on the YouTube channel. So they'll definitely be available inside the course. Please do check it out. Daily timetable for CAT aspirants. Ping us offline on either comments or on WhatsApp or on our Telegram group or our Facebook group. We'll send you an email and you can prepare for that. Daily plan is your daily plan. It's not mine. What works for me need not, will not, generally won't work for everybody. So there's a framework available, which is available on our website, and then you twist and turn it based on what you do. Where to ping us on comments. Somebody will reply to you, or ping us on our Facebook group. Should we read all, then decide how to select sets in the start from an exam context? There is a brilliant video by Bharat on how to select that. And so, but honestly, that'll work, and that video will make sense only after you've taken 7-8 mock CATs. The DILR selection issue comes at the mock level. If you're preparing for a DILR and it's an impossibly tough set, solve that. Don't opt out of sets when you're practicing. You'll opt out only when you're taking mocks. So if you see a set and say this is too difficult, I won't try it in the mock, bloody well try it and get it right when you're practicing. In the mock context, you can leave it, but in the practice context, don't leave it. Fine. How many hours to read every day? Minimum 45 minutes, hopefully more than that. Not going beyond 3 sets in mocks. 3 sets is brilliant. Usually mocks are tougher than CAT. There's still 6 months to the exam. My gut feel is you're at 3 now. By September, October, you're flirting with 4. That means in CAT, you can have 5. That is brilliant. You'll be flirting with the very best. 3 is brilliant. How to select DILR set is a wonderful video, but I would strongly recommend all of you to maybe watch it now, but watch it after you've taken a few mocks, because that's when it'll really make sense. And is reading newspaper important? Can I watch? Don't watch news. And so these days you have earpads when you're watching news. Watching news is just watching a screaming context. Definitely read news. Don't watch news. Thank for your live classes. Wonderful. Very, very welcome. This is lovely feedback. Thank you. Where to start reading? This is reading suggestions of books, blogs, websites on our YouTube channel. And beyond that, there's a daily article posted by Bharat on our Facebook group and YouTube community. Please do that. How to start reading Janesha? Just check out the YouTube channel. You'll find that. Wonderful, guys. Once again, apologies for this. Once again, a reminder that we have a wonderful discount of 5,000 available for our course online. So do check that out. It's available on Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. It is already available now. It will be available till Monday. Do check that out to see if the course makes sense for you, and pick it up if you like it. Fine. All the best, guys.